First of all, in general, I think it's very important to bear in mind that almost all questions that people ask really are reflective of something else that's bothering them. And most of the time, when we ask these questions, when we answer these questions, I should say, we should be keeping an ear out for what really is nagging the questioner, so that A, we do take the time to answer the question. That is important. But it would be missing the point to answer the question if we don't help the questioner recognize and bring out in the open what really is bothering them. Very often there is resistance to this notion of responsibility for being Jewish. There's a sense that we don't want to be bothered by some of the uniqueness of being Jewish, and the questions come out as philosophic or moral or ethical objections to some of the assertions of Judaism, when really what a person is saying is, if I can assault this supposition or this premise of Judaism, then I can be free to continue living as if there's no difference between me and everybody else. Having said that, the chosenness of the Jewish people is quite the opposite. I think it should be emphasized when we talk about the chosenness of the Jewish people that what we're saying is that we consider ourselves to be servants and slaves to mankind. That it is specifically, precisely because we consider God's creation to be significant in its entirety, and because we believe that God is purposeful in everything that he does, that we Jews take responsibility to point this out to the world. And we are chosen for that, meaning that we are the unique family of families in the world that has accepted responsibility to remind the world about these realities. And that requires a certain set of skills, a certain set of attitudes, and it requires a certain history. It's not good enough simply to read a book about these truths and then propose them. One has to actually be in possession of a tradition and a history in order to fully empower the people to make a difference. And so the chosenness of the Jewish people actually is one of the most eloquent statements of our respect and concern for the rest of the world as a reflection of God's creation. By the way, it's also quite unique in that it is rare that any other faith, as far as I know in my limited awareness of other faiths, there are no other faiths that say that non-participants in the faith actually have significance, and that our faith is designed to render the entire world, including those who are not part of the faith, holy or significant. And so that itself is actually a gift that the Jews give the world.